The war had already lasted too long. For years, the Galactic Union fought the Shirthal, an empire of burning steel and endless fleets. They devoured worlds, tore apart civilizations, and left behind only ash. Dozens of species had already fallen. Their homes consumed by fire, their histories erased in silence. The Union had grown weary. Their armies retreated again and again, holding the line only long enough to evacuate civilians. Their strategy was survival, not victory. But then, humanity joined the war. Humans had been late to the stars, a young species barely 2 centuries, into faster-than-light travel. To the galaxy, they were still a curiosity, bold, reckless, too stubborn for their own good. Many in the Union believed humanity would crumble like the others. They were wrong. The first refusal, it happened on the world of Erathon, a green planet on the edge of Union space. The Shirthal descended in black fire, tearing through the orbital, defenses in hours. The Union fleet prepared to retreat as always, but the humans, they stayed. Captain Elias Grant of the UNS Resolute spoke the words that would echo across the stars. "We are not falling back. Not today, not ever. If Erathon burns, then we burn with it. But we will not give them this world." The Union commanders were stunned. To stand and fight was madness. The Shirthal brought fleets 10 times larger, ships bristling with weapons no one could match. But the humans dug in. They landed soldiers on the ground. They fortified cities. They turned rivers into trenches and mountains into bunkers. Every street became a battlefield, and when the Shirthal came, the humans bled for every meter of land. The war becomes hell. The galaxy had never seen war like this. The Shirthal were used to quick victories, to enemies breaking before their power. But humanity did not break. A single human squad would hold a ruined tower until only one soldier remained, and even then that soldier would fight with a knife if the rifle failed. Orbital bombardments flattened entire districts, yet when the dust cleared, humans crawled from the rubble, guns in their hands, rage in their eyes. They learned the enemy's patterns, ambushed supply lines, and struck from shadows. Where the Union fought with careful precision, humanity fought with fury. One Shirthal commander wrote in a captured transmission, "The humans are not soldiers. They are fire-given flesh. They do not retreat. They do not surrender. They kill, us even when already dead." The Union soldiers who fought beside them changed as well. Inspired by human defiance, they too began to hold their ground. Species once known for retreat learned the taste of resistance. The humans had shown them how. But with defiance came horror. Entire cities were swallowed in endless sieges. The soil turned red with blood. The cries of the dying haunted the nights. Civilians who could not escape starved in the ruins. Humanity had promised not to fall back, and so they endured the price. War became hell. Not just for the Union, but for the Shirthal as well. A turning point months passed. The Shirthal should have broken Erathon by then, but they did not. They could not. For every human who fell, another rose. For every trench lost, 3 more were dug. The Shirthal fleets grew frustrated, their commanders desperate. They unleashed. Weapons meant to erase continents, but still the humans stood. On the ground, Sergeant Maya Rios led what remained of her battalion. Out of 2,000 soldiers, only 300 remained. Their uniforms were torn, their rations gone, their ammo nearly dry. But her voice was steel when she rallied them. "We are humanity. We don't go back. If they want this world, they will have to kill us to the last. And even then, we'll make them choke on the cost." Her words spread, recorded by drones, carried by desperate whispers. Across the galaxy, billions watched, as humans, starved and broken, still refused to yield. It was not strategy, it was not logic, it was will, and that will began to change the war. The cost of defiance, but defiance was never free. Erathon's surface became a graveyard. Forests burned to ash, oceans boiled with firestorms, cities crumbled into dust. For every Shirthal ship destroyed, 10 human vessels were lost. For every soldier who lived, hundreds died. Captain Elias Grant's Resolute was finally torn apart. In orbit, his last broadcast a single message: "We will not fall back. Carry it forward. Carry it forever." Sergeant Rios's battalion fought until only 20 remained. She was last seen leading a charge through fire, bayonet fixed, screaming as she vanished into the flames. And yet, the humans held. When the Sheerthal finally broke off their assault, retreating into the void, the galaxy was silent in disbelief. For the first time in history, the monsters had been stopped. Not by numbers, not by superior weapons, but by sheer refusal. The ripple across the stars word spread across the Union. Species that had long resigned themselves to retreat found new courage. They had seen what a young, fragile world like Earth had done against the greatest terror in the galaxy. And they asked themselves, if humans can do this, why can't we? The Union stopped retreating. Fleets stood their ground. Soldiers dug trenches instead of fleeing to transports. For the first time in centuries, the Sheerthal faced an enemy who would not yield. All because one stubborn species had said, no more. The ending years later, when historians wrote of the war, they marked two eras, before Erathon and after Erathon. Before Erathon, the galaxy bent its knee to terror. After Erathon, the galaxy learned to fight. The Sheerthal never recovered. Their empire, built on fear, shattered when fear no longer worked. But humanity bore the scars forever. They had refused to fall back, and in doing so, they had dragged the entire galaxy through the fires of hell. Some called them saviors, others called them mad, but one truth echoed louder than all others. When humanity stands, when humanity refuses to break, the universe itself must change. And on the ruined soil of Erathon, among the graves of millions, a monument stood with words, carved deep into the stone. Here humanity refused to fall back. Here the war became hell. Here the galaxy was reborn.